Years ago, I picked up this book. I wanted to read it. I was never fond of the Bible before, but when I saw this book, someone actually recommended it to me. He said to me, "This is a good book, this is a good Bible." And something about its presentation made me want to read it. Whose side is Balaam on? I was interested to read. I was filled with this desire to read this book, even before I knew who Philip Yancey was. And today I read Philip Yancey's books often. But he is one of the editors of this student Bible. I read it at a crucial point in my life. I was involved in a doctoral research in linguistics. It was at that time that I read this Bible. And what I read seemed so absorbing that I stopped my work. I stopped my doctoral research. I had almost completed the writing of my thesis. At least I was halfway through it. And some people really thought that the thesis was good. One of my supervisors thought that the thesis was highly promising, but I did not pursue my research. I stopped it because I was interested in reading the Bible. And I read it completely, though a most tragic event took place in the middle of my reading this book. My father passed away, and I was not sure how to react to that because I prayed for his recovery. He had a massive stroke just after I had met him. It was very difficult for me to accept. It was at that time that I read Job, and I read the memorable words of Job. Shall we accept good from God and not bad? And the other one, the Lord takes it away. The Lord gives and the Lord takes it away. I wrote here, Samuel George was born again on 26 March 2004, in his 33rd year. Born again on March 26, 2004, when I was 33 years of age. I completed reading this Bible on 5th January 2005, that is the year after my father's death. It was in 2004 that he died. He died in August 2004. I have recorded March 26, 2004 as the day I was born again. Though today I cannot be absolutely sure when I was born again. I was probably born again even before that. I was born again probably the moment I wanted to read this Bible. I was born again maybe even before that. But here I have recorded this date. This was a significant date. A date when I felt highly emotional and greatly led to God. As you can see, I have highlighted this Bible, I have color-coded it. I think I must look at it again. I must read some of these verses that I've highlighted, and maybe I will be able to recapture some of that early magic, the early attraction to this wonderful book called the Bible. I have other Bibles with me. This particular Bible arrived after my father's death. I wanted it. It is the Master's Healing Presence Bible from Benny Hinn Ministries. I was greatly attracted to Benny Hinn Ministries. He was probably very instrumental, highly instrumental in leading me to God. After watching his presentations, his healing crusades, I began to wonder whether God was indeed real. That was when I entertained the possibility that God was real, that Jesus Christ was indeed a potent Lord. And this is a great Bible. It's color-coded. It is the King James Version. I'm not very fond of the King James Version, but I would still like to read this Bible. There are many commentaries here. Healing is very important in Benny Hinn Ministries, and the green color is the color for healing. Verses regarding healing, verses about healing, are coded green. He healeth the broken in heart, and bindeth up their wounds. Psalm 147, verse 3. It's a beautiful Bible. I have another Bible which I like very much. It's a one-of-a-kind Bible. I haven't seen another Bible like this. It's called God's Holy Bible, King James Version. Sharper than any two-edged sword. It's got a picture of a sword. And what's special about this Bible is that it's got God the Father's words in red letters, as well as the words of Jesus Christ. Normally, you would find only the words of Jesus Christ in red letters. But here in this Bible, even the Father's words are in red letters. And that's something that I like very much, because the Father's words are as important as the Son's words. They are equally important as the Son's words, and I think they should be marked in red. It's a beautiful Bible, and I think I should read this more often. I also have a family Bible, which I use when I'm reading out to people who are not very familiar with the Bible, especially children. It's got lovely illustrations, beautiful illustrations. And this scene is relevant to this time, the birth of John the Baptist. It's a beautiful Bible. Recently I read from this Bible with reference to Jesus Christ. I read the Christmas story from this Bible. You have Simeon here holding the baby Jesus. You have the three wise men presenting gifts to the baby Jesus. My aunt, Mary Helen, presented a Bible to me when I was young. It was a Bible with illustrations, and that's very special to me as well. I don't have it here right now, but it is a beautiful Bible. There is a picture here of young Jesus. Lovely picture. Based, I suppose, on the movie Jesus of Nazareth. This child, at least the painting of this child, is similar to the child who acted in that movie. So it's a lovely Bible. But the Bible that I read these days very often is this. It's called The Message, and I wanted a copy of it badly. I walked into a Christian shop and asked for a copy of this Bible. It was not easily available, but I got this copy. Perhaps this was the only copy there. I got it, and I am very glad that I possess it. I read it every day. Every evening I sit with my family members and I read from this Bible. And I have read quite a lot from this. This is such a wonderful paraphrase of the Bible by Eugene H. Peterson. Eugene H. Peterson is here. His photograph is here. And he is a pretty good. He's a pretty good scholar of the Bible, I assume. He has paraphrased this Bible wonderfully well. It is so vibrant, and reading Eugene Peterson's version of the Bible is highly stimulative. It stimulates me to read. It stimulates me to learn more about Christ. I have been reading from John's Gospel in the last few days, and it is a most absorbing book. There is plenty of drama in John, plenty of arguments, plenty of conversation between Jesus and the Pharisees, and it's a remarkable book, and I recommend The Message to anyone who wants to read a vibrant version of the Bible. It is in modern day language, it is in powerful modern day language, and I think it has really revitalized my spiritual quest. And I'm very glad that I have The Message with me. So these are my Bibles, and I would like to read them more. It has been said, it has been noted by some people that I don't read the Bible very much, and in my speeches I don't refer to the Bible as much as other people. Recently, during the season of Advent, I read from the Bible at least 12 times, and I continue to read more, and I will continue to read more. I will aspire to read more. I will aspire to refer to this book, which I think is a wonderful book, and some of the most wonderful lessons I have learned are from this book. It is not a very easy book to understand. It is not always complete in its presentation. It's very brief in certain respects. It's not as comprehensive as it should be, at least in my opinion. It omits to say a few things, a few very important things, and it speaks a great deal about certain things which are not relevant to the modern world. Therefore, it is a difficult book to read, but it must be read because some of the lessons I have learned from the Bible are indispensable and they cannot be ignored. And let me not ignore these lessons, and let me not ignore to point out these lessons to others in the world. God bless you.